Hi, I'm Tolly.
Tranquilo. Shine.
I'm so ridiculously excited for this part, mainly because I've been staring at this scratched lid for a very long time, a couple of months. I have a Hitachi HT45, going back to my whole idea of work with what you can get, work with what's affordable. The Hitachi HT45 was sort of a, you know, it had all the bells and whistles of a modern early 80s vintage turntable. It's not quartz locked, it has the speed control, which is kind of fun to play around with as well. There's a number of different products out there that you can get. Novus, N-O-V-U-S, which is one of the products that's very popular. We're using the Myers plastic polish shine. This is an automotive product. I got this at AutoZone, and basically it's meant for polishing your headlights. So you do your turntable lid, and then you can go outside and do your headlights outside. So this stuff is very, very simple to work with. Basically, you're gonna just spray it onto your cloth. I'm using an old sock because, like, again, use what you have, you know, that's what we're doing here. And then you're just gonna kind of buff it on until it's dry. And you can kind of do this in sections, and we've got a couple of different ones we're gonna do here and see what we can get out of it. It's not gonna get it back to perfect, okay? It's not going to make it look brand new, but what it is going to do is it's gonna get all of the little scratches out. Grab another piece of cloth, crushing it on this sock. This sock's been through a lot, now it's going through a little bit more. And just kind of buff it out. And you can almost see immediately how much better that looks. And we'll keep going on this one and look at it here in a second. So again, we're just gonna do the rest of the top of this and just kind of keep going with it. It's really very, very simple to work with, and very, very easy. It kind of just, it's like working with your wood or whatever else you're doing. If you see an area with a deep scratch, you'll work it a little bit better, kind of get in there and hit it a little bit harder. And if you want to go over it a couple times, I don't think it's gonna hurt you. It's only gonna help. All right, so just kind of buff that guy out with the dry cloth. And man, that looks a lot better. Now, I do still see the one big scratch that I had in this top, but man, that's miles better, right? You want to be able to see the record spinning in there. So yeah, let's hit that one little scratch again and move on to a couple more tops. I want to see what it does to this Marantz that I have. It's a tinted plastic, so this stuff is supposed to work on any plastic. So those are just the two spots where the scratches were. I'm just buffing those a little bit extra to try and get a little bit cleaner there. But man, I'm very happy with that. So now you buff that out, clean it off, and good to go. And you can go ahead and do all your sides and your bottoms and your ins and your outs. Very easy. It's not gonna fix it completely, you know? And you wanna be careful because you're gonna get fingerprints and stuff on there too. But man, I'm just, I'm amazed that a product that was designed to shine up and polish headlights, you know, isn't more widely used for this kind of stuff. I'm happy with that one. I'm gonna jump into the other ones real quick, and we'll look at those two. The Goo-Be-Gone I brought in because there's a little bit of a gunk on this one, and I just wanted to show you kind of how that Goo-Be-Gone just rips through anything, whether it's like stuff that's kind of glued on or just some gunk or whatever. You can kind of go back there and same deal. I noticed that there was a couple of spots where there's just a lot of schmutz on this one, and so I figured I would hit it with the Goo-Be-Gone, the homemade Goo-Be-Gone, and it just goes and eats right through it, and the oil sort of breaks up everything. And you might have something like this. I have no idea what that is. It's kind of scraping off there, but you might have to come back with some isopropyl or whatever. But this stuff is generally pretty non-corrosive or anything. It's not going to cause you any problems. So, all right, let's get that oil off of there. And now let's hit it with the plastics. We'll go with that old. Let's go with that one. Again, just buff it on until it's dry. Work table's shaking around a little bit here. I'm in my kitchen, so, you know, living the dream here, making magic for the YouTubes and the whatnots. But yeah, take your time with it. I think everything that is really worth doing in this hobby requires a little bit of elbow grease. And it certainly pays off if you take the time. Again, that looks light years better. Real simple. And then lastly, once you kind of got it to where you're happy with it, just hit it with some distilled water and buff it out, you know? Get all that residue and stuff off there. You don't want that stuff kind of lingering around. It should come off pretty clean. Hit all the sides that you hit before. Get the inside too. And that's just distilled water from my other record cleaning video. And again, it's not going to be perfect, but it's gonna make you a lot happier to look at. And it's not going to be, you know, sometimes a scratched up turntable lid can be kind of an eyesore. So and I'll just hit that too one more time with the water. Good to go. Put your clippies on the back of it and pop it back on. I feel great about that. I have no idea how this will work on the. I hope it doesn't scratch the crap out of it. I can only imagine that it will not. This one did have a few deep scratches in it, but the point is, like I said, let's use a little bit of that goo right there. There's a lot. Goo. The trick is to get that, a little bit of that, there we go. And just keep going with the polish. Yeah, it ain't amazing or nothing, but it's not too bad. Let's hit that little corner there again. So I would definitely say this seems to work a little bit better on the clear. But, you know, you take with what you can get there. Hit that thing with the water. Wipe it all off. There you go. The top here, we'll do the sides on this another time, but there's a benefit to doing it even on the tinted plastic, but it's just not, it's gonna show up a little bit more. There are multi-part ones that you can do to sort of buff it a little bit into a finer polish, but I think for our purposes and just kind of cleaning up some turntable tops, I'm pretty happy. So McGuire's Plastics, they're not a sponsor of this show, but if they want to be, hit me up. Cheers. We'll see you soon. Ugh, that's fantastic.